Hello, I am Pixel Pia, and you are welcome to Pixel Pia, a human eye on AI. Today, we're diving into a topic that sits at the crossroads of technological advancements and environmental sustainability. So, let's take a look at today's fictional case. Imagine a sprawling facility nestled in the outskirts of a bustling city, a hub pulsing with the lifeblood of modern technology. This is the home of TerraTech AI Data Solutions, a fictional but representative AI data center powering countless AI applications, from everyday virtual assistants to complex data analytics. TerraTech AI stands as a technological marvel, buzzing with servers that process an enormous volume of data. From simple digital requests to complex AI tasks, its capabilities are astounding, but so is its appetite for power. Every second, TerraTech AI consumes massive amounts of electricity, equivalent to the energy needs of a small city. The environmental footprint is startling, not only in terms of sheer energy use, but also at its broader ecological impact. The data center's high energy demand relies on the local grid, which in many real world scenarios is still heavily dependent on fossil fuels. The reliance results in significant carbon emission, contributing to climate change and air pollution. And in addition, the cooling systems, crucial for keeping the service operational, use vast quantities of water, leading to concerns over water scarcity and thermal pollution. The heat discharged into nearby water bodies can disrupt local ecosystems, affecting aquatic life and biodiversity. Residents nearby started noticing not just higher energy bills, but also an environmental change. Increased emission led to poorer air quality, while heightened demand for local resources strained the city's infrastructure. This fictional but also representative scenario of TerraTech AI illustrates a pressing reality. As AI's capabilities grow, so does the environmental toll of these data centers, raising crucial questions about the sustainability of our technological progress. TerraTech AI is a stark reminder of the urgent need to address the environmental impact of our technological achievements. It's a call to action for balancing our digital aspirations with our responsibilities towards the planet. In our digital age, AI data centers have become the backbone of the tech world, powering everything from our social media feeds to advanced machine learning algorithms. But as we increasingly rely on these technological marvels, we must also confront a pressing question. What is the environmental cost of powering AI's brain. Today, we will explore the massive energy consumption and carbon footprint of large AI data centers. It's a topic that brings to light not just our dependence on technology, but also the urgency with which we need to address its ecological impact. From the quiet murmurs of concerns in small communities to the loud debates in environmental circles, the power-hungry nature of AI data centers has sparked a critical conversation. A conversation about sustainability, technology, and our responsibility towards the planet. But now, let's listen to the argument both for and against these data centers. As always, I have created a couple of AI avatars that will present these arguments for you. And we start with the supporting viewpoints.
Good evening, everyone. Let's talk about AI data centers like our fictional gigatech and why they're essential in the digital era we're living in. These centers are more than just rows of servers. They're the backbone of our AI-driven advancements. Think about the incredible ways these data centers impact our lives. From streamlining healthcare to enhancing our education system, their benefits are vast. Yes, they consume a lot of energy, but this energy drives progress, pushing us forward in countless fields. And it's not all about high energy use. Many data centers are genuinely making an effort to be more sustainable. They're embracing renewable energy, improving efficiency, and constantly innovating. Economically speaking, these centers are powerhouses, creating jobs, sparking new technologies, and boosting our economy. It's impressive. So, while I understand the environmental concerns, I believe we're moving in the right direction. It's about finding that sweet spot where innovation and sustainability meet.
Now we have heard the arguments for these data centers, and let's listen to the arguments against.
Hi everyone, let's take a step back and consider the other side of the coin with AI data centers like Gigatech. Yes, they're central to our tech advancements, but at what environmental cost? We're talking about some serious energy consumption here, and sadly, a lot of it is still coming from not-so-green sources. This isn't just about the power bill, it's about the bigger picture, our planet's health, our climate, and it's not just about energy. Water usage for cooling these giants, it's massive. This raises questions about resource sustainability and its effects on our local ecosystems. Let's not forget the people living near these centers. Higher energy costs, environmental changes. These are real issues affecting real lives. In the end, while we all appreciate the tech benefits these centers bring, we've got to be mindful about their environmental footprint. It's about striking a balance, ensuring our tech growth is in harmony with our environmental responsibilities.
It is clear, after listening to these two presentations, that the issue of AI data centers and their environmental impact is complex and multifaceted. In my point of view, it's not a question of whether these data centers are necessary. They undoubtedly are for the continued advancement and integration of AI in our lives. However, the way they operate and their environmental footprint cannot be ignored. The balance between technological progress and environmental responsibility is delicate. We must acknowledge the incredible benefits that data centers bring, but also recognize and address the environmental costs associated with them. It's about finding a middle ground where innovation does not come at the expense of our planet's health. With the right strategies, policies, and technological innovations, we can mitigate the environmental impact of these data centers while continuing to harness the benefits of AI. And here are some thoughts about what we could do. Data centers like TerraTech AI must transition to renewable energy sources. Solar, wind, and hydroelectric power can significantly reduce the carbon emissions. Investing in more energy efficient hardware and innovative cooling technologies can decrease overall energy consumption. Employing water recycling and alternative cooling methods can reduce water usage and prevent thermal pollution. For emissions that can't be eliminated, data centers can invest in carbon offset programs, supporting environmental projects that compensate for their carbon footprint. Effective policies and regulations are essential to ensure that data centers operate sustainably. This includes incentives for using green energy and penalties for excessive pollution. And of course, data centers like this should work closely with the local communities, ensuring that their operations do not adversely affect the residents and the local environment. By implementing these solutions, we can make significant strides towards a more sustainable and environmentally friendly approach to AI technology. It's a collaborative effort requiring a commitment of not just the data centers themselves, but also policymakers, industry leaders, and the wider community. It is important to remember that our actions today shape the world of tomorrow. The conversation about AI data centers and their environmental impact is ongoing, and each one of us has a role to play in this crucial dialogue. On one hand, we have the undeniable necessity of these centers for technological progress and economic growth. On the other hand, we are faced with their substantial energy consumption, carbon emission, and the resulting impact on our environment and local communities. But the discussion doesn't end here. Now I turn to you, the viewers. Your voice is, as always, a critical part of this dialogue. How do you view the balance between technological advancement and environmental responsibility? What steps do you think should be taken? I encourage you to share your thoughts and ideas in the comments down below. Engage in this conversation, not just as a passive observer, but as an active participant. Your insights, questions, and opinions are what make this platform a dynamic and collaborative space for exploring all these important issues. Together, let us continue to unpack the complexities of AI and its role in our world. Stay tuned for our next episode, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content where we bring AI into our collective human perspective. Thank you for joining me today, and remember, your engagement and your curiosity are what drives this channel forward. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and let's shape a future that embraces technology responsibly and sustainably. Until next time, bye.